Hi, this is Sujita. Welcome to the Focusnet JRF English Literature channel. Today we are going to see a very important topic, that is Elizabethan theatre. If we need to understand the Shakespeare's plays and the university bits plays, then we need to understand what kind of society, what kind of audience, what kind of people they were, and why did such dramas happen. Why did the writers wrote such dramas? Why they were why the dramas were superstitious? Why there were witches? Why they were wizards? All those things we need to understand. If we need to understand those things, then we need to know the theater, the society, the audience during that period. So let's see. Early part of the Elizabethan age was a period of trolling players. So they don't have any constant places to stage their plays. So they have to move here and there to stage their plays. The actors had to go in search of the audience. So they performed in improvised theaters at any place. They just need the audience. They don't need a stage to perform. So that's how it was in the beginning. There were also some touring companies. So the important ones were the Admiral's men and the Chamberlain's men. So the Chamberlain men's, if you see, it was actually patroned by Queen Elizabeth in the beginning, but after her death, it was taken up by King James I, and he named it as King's Men. So Shakespeare, he belongs to this particular company, the King's Men, in the major part of his career. Let's see about the permanent theatres that were built up. So the first permanent theatre was built in 1576 by James Burbage at Shoreditch. So the theatre was called as the theatre. Okay. What are the other theatres that were formed during the Elizabethan age? So that were Rose, the Globe, the Swan, and the Fortune. So most of the theatres were small and of different shapes too. If you see the Swan, it is octagonal in shape, and if you see the Fortune, it is square in shape. So the yard in front of the stage was open to the sky, while the backstages and the galleries were roof. So that you can compare it to the any cricket stadium. So in the middle, it was open to the sky, and the place where the audience sits, it was roofed, right? So such a kind of theatre was there. So the plays were acted during daytime because there were no lights. So in 1608, James Burbage, he brought the refectory at Old Blackfriars Monastery, and he converted it to an indoor playhouse. So now they have an indoor theatre which was fully closed, which is fully roofed. So now plays were acted by candlelights, and there were also more scope for stage effects. What are the stage arrangements that were made in these theatres? It was not elaborate like modern times. There were also no provisions to show the changes in time and place. They will use placards to tell the audience that it is daytime, it is nighttime, it is evening, or it is happening in the Buckingham Palace, or it is happening in London. So they use placards. They write it in placards and show it to the audience. So Shakespeare considered this kind of thing, using of placards, to be unrealistic, and they tried to convey the change in time and place through the dialogue of the characters. How intelligent he was. So he is conveying the time, he is conveying the place through the dialects of the characters. He was also against the practice of producing stage effects by crude methods. So there were no drop curtains. So now now whenever we are staging a play, when there is an end of the scene, we used to drop the curtain, right? But during his period, there was no curtain to drop to show that the scene had ended. So how did they do that? They indicate it by a rhyming couplet. So if there is a rhyming couplet, then the audience understand that the scene had ended. And there were also no female performers. Female performers were also not encouraged during that period. So trained young boys enacted the roles of women. So now you can understand why there is less number of women characters and there are always an use of disguise of women characters in Shakespeare's plays, right? So what about the audience? How were the audience? So they were a mixed crowd. The spectators, the audience, they were from all sections of the society. Most of the people were superstitious. They believe in ghosts, witches, and witchcraft. That's why you can understand the superstitious thing that you can see in the Shakespearean plays, in the university wits plays. You can see ghosts. You will have witches in the dramas. So these people, they enjoy witnessing pageant, noise, clowning, wit and music, poetry and violence and brutal fights. They enjoyed these audience, they enjoyed. So, this dramatists during that period, they had a hard time pleasing such an audience. So the rich people, they occupied the galleries from where they can have a better view. Some privileged person like king and queen, they were seated on the stage in itself. I know why they can pass remarks on the acting of the players. So the rest of the audience who occupied the pit was the groundlings, the low class people. They were always unruly and noisy. They cannot be controlled. They always pass some comments on the scene that has been acting. Okay, that's how the audience were, and thus you can understand to please these audience, these type of audience, the dramatists, especially Shakespeare and other dramatists, they wrote such a kind of plays to please these audience. So now I think you can understand why Shakespeare gave those dramas, why Marlowe and other university wits gave those dramas. Hope you understand what I taught you. Thank you.